Hey there, and welcome back to the Hardly Late Show. I am your host, Chandler. Hope you're doing well, and hope you're having a great new year. I'm also having a great new year. What have I been up to? I've been living. So random, but this is actually about the first anniversary of the day that I quit my part-time job. Well, I didn't really quit. I put in a 2 weeks notice and left. It's not really like quitting, but whatever. Anyway, it's been about a year since I left my part-time job to just work one job, which is a pretty revolutionary for me because I've pretty much have been working two jobs for the past 3 or 4 years nonstop. And in hindsight, I think it was a really great decision. I'm here a year later, still standing. But at that time, I was very nervous. I was very scared. I thought everything was going to fall apart. I was going to have enough money to do things. But, I made it work. And because I had that extra time freed up, I was able to start this podcast back in April. So that's the first anniversary of this show. Really excited for that. But yeah, for the past 2 months, I've just been implementing essentially. I did about 13 episodes so far about discovering it's like a discovery process of self-realization, if you want to be technical about it, but mostly just learning to show myself self-compassion and really deactivate the survival mode that was plaguing me for most of my life period, but really ramped up within the past decade. And like I said, all the way back in the first or second episode, I'm not a guru. I'm just some guy on the internet. I don't have a manual. I'm just really trusting myself to be the expert on my own life and do what works for me and feels right for me. So this is a very intuitive process, and I hope you're doing the same. I mean, of course, there are resources out there that I, of course, will eventually make an effort to read about, but I'm really just trying to, ease into it and not jump into the deep end and overwhelm myself. So yeah, I just been going through the list. I been working on self-care. I've been eating healthier. I finally went to the gym. If you've been listening for the past couple of episodes, I've been agonizing about wanting to go to the gym, but also not wanting to go to the gym. But eventually I just sucked it up and went there about 6 weeks ago. And I've been going ever since. I did take a week off to visit some family. And I gotta say, if I was still in perfectionism mode, I would have completely abandoned my gym routine because I would have felt like, oh, I ruined the streak, so there's no point in continuing. But because I have been learning to mitigate my perfectionism and just learning to forgive myself, I'm able to just get back on the horse and just keep going like nothing ever happened. Took a week off. It's okay. Just go the next week. It's fine. The world has not ended because you missed a week. And I've been taking the same approach with eating healthy too. I've been doing that for the past, ever since I guess the whole reinvesting your resources episode, but I've been taking it more seriously in the past month in the sense that I've been counting my calories, but not in a super specific to the exact calorie way. I just have a maximum calorie budget, and then I just try to eat within that. And that's been helping me to portion better and space out my meals, as opposed to going 4 hours without eating because I'm so focused on work, or I'm neck deep into two jobs and I haven't gotten up from my desk in half a day. And that's been great. Now I'm much more cognizant. If I'm sitting at my desk for an hour or two, something goes off in my head and it's Chandler, eat something. And then I actually will get up and go eat something. And I also keep my meals simple in the sense I'll just make some eggs for breakfast, maybe have some oatmeal, but even for lunch and dinner, if I'm feeling particularly uninspired, I'll just get a rotisserie chicken, some vegetables, sweet potato, call it a day. And that prevents me from analysis paralysis. And then when I do that, I'm still not eating. So it's been 3 hours and I've thought about, what should I eat today? What should I be eating? And I still have not eaten. So I've been curbing that, and that's been really helpful. What else have I been doing? Yeah, also eating healthy has been helping me save money as well, which now I have more money to do other things like hobbies or, buy things that I need for my apartment or, a new pair of shoes as opposed to like spending a bunch of money on McDonald's or fast food. That's also, of course, keeping the calories down as well. Also, really honoring my boundaries and not allowing my family to monopolize my time or my resources. I did do something very controversial over the holiday season in 2022. I actually opted to stay home and not visit my family. I know, not everyone has that. Not everyone has that privilege, but I took advantage, of course, because I quit my part-time job or left my part-time job back in February. This was actually my first holiday season in about 3 years, 4 years where I wasn't working on the holiday because I wanted to make extra money because survival mode was telling me that, oh, you have to conserve money and, store it up like acorns in the winter because you never know what might happen. And I really wanted to celebrate that new freedom by just staying home and enjoying my own company. It was a really great, awesome holiday season. Thanksgiving and Christmas, I hung out at home, made some pasta, watched some TV. It was awesome. No family stress, no family drama. And it was great. I felt like I really regenerated myself and conserved my bandwidth. And, I can always go home, the next holiday season. This was just 1 year that I took off. And I think I deserved that. I owed that to myself. So, hey, maybe 2023, I'll go visit my family and it'll be great. But yeah, that really taught me to, really respect my boundaries and not cave in to the expectations of my family or other people. And that was a huge lesson that I didn't have growing up. I was really conditioned to be a people pleaser and to just do what everyone else wanted. So, yeah, it was a great, yeah, I'm really happy. I'm proud of myself. I don't really have much to say about that. What else have I been doing? Oh yeah, this is kind of like small, but I've been doing like little quality of life improvements in my everyday life. So one really mundane thing that I do now, which I haven't done ever really, is that I will just play music in the background while I'm working. It sounds really alien, but like I will just I guess for my most of my life, I would just sit in silence and do work and like not even think about it. And now that I play music, it's actually more calming. I don't feel as like stressed or overworked. It kind of allows me to just sort of just relax. And also my mind doesn't wander as much or like, dwell on survival mode topics like scarcity or lack or, oh my God, I should be doing something right now. I should be productive. And, really kind of demystifying the myth of productivity and really taking more focused breaks and setting a pace for myself as opposed to the go, 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 go mentality that I traditionally had. 2022 pretty much, at least to me, felt like a major deconditioning year. That was like the theme of the year. Even though I didn't start it off in a deconditioning space, it was very much like survival mode 100% in January of 2022. But come February, I really learned to sort of just slow down and just hold space for myself. And that allowed me to step back and look at my life and like really identify my triggers and that I was even in survival mode in the first place. And I'm really excited to continue that into 2023. In addition to creating good routines for myself, I really want to take rest seriously as I've been doing. And I also want to continue that streak of self-compassion and just taking it easy on myself because those are the things that prevent me from jumping into perfectionism. And you know what? I'm not going back. You're not making me go back. And yeah, it's not a good place to be. I feel like I have a lot more clarity this year. I can actually start planning long term as opposed to like planning for apocalypses that will never happen. So I'm really excited about, future travel plans. I also have like some career goals I want to achieve, and really taking the time to understand the narrative and the journey of my career and my accomplishments and what my skills are and what I have to offer and what my, what the market value for my skills are. It's like a huge research time for me because, I have a lot of skills, I have a lot to offer, and I want to see what my options are. I couldn't really do that when I was hyper focused on two jobs, full time and part time, just trying to get the paycheck and make it to the next payday. But yeah, I'm really looking for growth. That's like a huge goal for me. And now that I'm much more relaxed and much more focused, I can actually start planning and strategizing. Yeah, like I mentioned, survival mode, one of the unforeseen side effects is the inability to plan long term because you're just so focused on surviving the day and getting to the next one. And yeah, I'm really optimistic. I'm glad that I've given myself this space. I'm glad that I have this platform to share with you and to hopefully inspire some of you, but also get some inspiration from you as well. I read this really awesome quote, and it's healing is a school, and whatever you learn along the way is meant to be shared widely. So, anyways, feel free to reach out anytime at hardlylateshow@gmail.com with any questions, comments, compliments, maybe even drop a review if you are so inclined. But as always, no pressure, no rush. It's always a good time. You're hardly late. Bye for now.